Hi guys, welcome back to Kameo Realm. It's your girl Kameo. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and turn on the post notification so you can be ready for every new episode that I post. Today I'll be talking about 3 different things: culture shock, being homesick, and the people here in Stockholm. And then I'm giving you guys 3 fun things to do here in Stockholm. So enjoy. A little background on me. I'm from Philadelphia and I go to UPitt. I'm studying abroad in Stockholm for the summer. How to deal with culture shock here in Stockholm. My first impressions were like, wow. From the scenery to just how bright and lively it is here in the summer is so different from back home. So I had a bit of a culture shock when traveling, like taking the metro. Everything is pretty much in Swedish, especially like the stops. So I was pretty confused on like how to communicate where I wanted to go to people because I didn't pronounce it correctly. They do have great ways of traveling here. On the signs, some of them would have like English translation. That way you aren't super confused. My first impressions here, like I got huge culture shock when I was in the grocery store. Funny story, but like as a graphic designer, because that's what I take in school, like it's easy to understand certain products because of its design. So I can easily point out like peanut butter, cornflakes, jelly. I can easily point out like pasta and like meats and seasonings because of the icons and logos. So I had trouble figuring out like milk because they love milk here. Like there's so many different types of like milk, yogurt, everything. And like I would think that when I tried to buy milk, I actually bought yogurt instead. And I didn't find that out until I was trying to have breakfast and I was pouring the milk into the bowl and it was like chunky. I was like, is this spoiled? Did I buy spoiled milk? Or then it was yogurt. Another thing here, they have a lot of different supermarkets like back at home, but in the ones here, the one close by my apartment, they don't refrigerate some of the milk. Like I usually drink almond milk, so I just found it on a shelf, rather than in the refrigerator part. Another thing that was really weird, I thought I bought butter, but I actually bought bread yeast. I don't know. And that was the first day here because it's just like I need some, food to, put in my refrigerator. Those are just 2 things that I really just didn't figure out until the next day when I tried to use them. And since then, I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna download Google Translate and I'll use that for whenever I'm in the store so I can translate what I need to translate and figure it out. Another thing that was kind of a culture shock was sunrise and sunset. So in the summertime here in Stockholm, the sun sets about at 10 p.m. Yes, 10 p.m. And then it rises at like 3 a.m. So you have a long window of sun and just light during the summer. But locals have told me that it's really depressing wintertime because the sun will rise at like maybe 6 or 8 a.m. and then set at 2 or 3. So that's a tiny window of sun. So I'm glad that I'm here for the summer because I don't know if I can handle that. How to deal with being homesick. Post-culture shock, the week here, like my first week here was pretty good, like getting used to my classes. I took storytelling through photography. It was a lovely class. I loved my teacher. She is such like a wonderful person, and I learned a lot from her. So the first like 1 to 3 weeks here was really, really, really good. After my first week, I got really homesick, and I turned to my outlet, which is painting. I paint in watercolor, mostly. Like, I took a watercolor class my spring semester, and me and watercolor have been glued to the hip. So I brought some here in my luggage, and it's been such a therapeutic way for me. So I suggest if you experience culture shock here, turn to a good vice and a good hobby. That could be working out, going on walks, talking to loved ones. And for me, that was just watercolor painting. So far, I've knocked out at least 14 paintings. Like, I don't let myself experience sadness here so much because this is a wonderful opportunity and I want to be present. So whenever I feel myself not being present, I just turn to painting. What are the people like here in Stockholm? A lot of people say that the people here are kind of introverted or like meanish, but I haven't received that energy. Once you get accustomed to them, or say you ask somebody a question, they'll happily help you. I mean, sometimes we'll be like, no, I don't have the time, because, especially depending on the time of day, because people can be going to work or kind of rushing. So it depends on the time you ask, but people are very kind, I could say, but they are very introverted. So some of my classmates have this like joke to say like they don't smile at you, because in the States when you walk past someone, even if they're a stranger, you can give them a little smile, to kind of ease the tension. But here a lot of people just straight face you, like, and we call that RBF. So I would say like a lot of people here do have RBF, but when I do smile at people, people smile back. And another thing I've noticed is a universal smile between Black people, especially Black women. It can be a total stranger. Everyone here to me is a stranger. But whenever I see a Black woman like on the metro or on the street, just a little smile, they smile back at me, and it's just everywhere I go, like back home, here, and I feel like that's such a universal welcome. So I can say that I have enjoyed my time here. My first impressions is like, I kind of do love it here. One thing that I can say is people dress, their favorite color is black. Like, you would catch nearly everyone wearing black here. It's very neutral tones, and to say the least, it's different from my style. I'm the person who wears patterns. I love colors. This is probably the most neutral piece in my closet right now. But I think that the people here are really cool. I see a lot of different types of fashion sense, but on the majority side, I see a lot of people wear like neutral colors. And I feel like that is a great contrast from the scenery and the views, because it is a beautiful city. Like the buildings, the trees, the life, the nature, everything is so colorful here, especially in the summer, I could say. So when it comes to outfits, I don't really expect them to, wear the, brightest pink or something like that. So here are 3 fun things that you can do here in Stockholm. All right. Number 1, explore the city on a scooter. This is the funnest thing that you can do, especially the fact that they don't cost that much. I did maybe a 15-minute ride for about $5. So it was really, really fun. I completely enjoyed myself, and the scooters are really fast. You can see such vivid views and just amazing scenery here. And also kind of live like you're not a tourist. Like you live like the rest of the Swedes and, just get around how they get around. And you can see things that you wouldn't see taking a taxi or an Uber or just the metro in general. So if you have free time, definitely go around like T-Centraline. Excuse me because I might say these words wrong, but just go around some cities on a scooter. I use Bolt. It's pretty fun. And they're pretty easy to use once you get the hang of it. And be careful of how fast you can go. Number 2. So the second thing that you can do to have fun here in Stockholm is go to the movies. I loved my experience here. I went to Rigoletto's, and it reminds me, if you know Philly, you know what I'm about to talk about. It reminds me of Studio Movie Grill in Philly, around like 69th Street, if you know it. There you basically as same here in Stockholm, but like you go, you sit down and you can like order food, order drinks, snacks, popcorn, whatever, and they'll come bring it to you so that you don't have to continually leave the movie to get things. It was really fun. One thing that people asked me when I told them I went to the movies is, was it in Swedish? So fun fact, every movie except for G-rated or like kid movies are in English with Swedish subtitles. So kids movies are usually in Swedish because, it's easier for the child. But no, I went and I saw Men, which was a horror movie. Why did I see a horror movie? I don't know. But I really enjoyed it. One thing I can say that I was scared, and then I got it was a little bit frightening because once you, in the atmosphere of a movie, you kind of settle into like what the movie's about, and you're into the setting and the attitude, and then when you leave, you're like trying to get back to the everyday life. And then when I left, I'm like, wait, I'm in Stockholm. I'm not. Let me get my bearings together and get home safely. But the movies was really fun here, and they're set up kind of differently. I always go to the movies a bit early because I love to watch trailers. The trailers were mostly in Swedish with no like English subtitles. The movies start at 9, and they're very like prompt when it comes to starting. The trailer started at like maybe 8:45, and then when the movie was about to start, one of the staff came and they kind of explained, they didn't explain the movie, but they gave a rundown of the director and some films that they've also made, like popular films they made. And I found that so interesting because we do not get that at all. And there wasn't a lot of people in the movie theater. Maybe with me, it was probably like 6 other people. And it was kind of a large, not too large, but like a max, maybe like 40 people can fit in the movie theater. But it was like 6 of us, and we had a really good time. I ordered some good food, some good drinks, and some popcorn. I really enjoyed myself. So if you are here and you want something fun to do, go to the movie theater. They will treat you so well, and it is just a fun experience. But don't be like me and watch a scary movie unless you can handle it. The third fun thing that you can do here in Stockholm is go to a concert. In the summertime, there are a lot of different activities and events. I know that there is Lollapalooza soon, and I know that since COVID is kind of over and we're ending the end of the pandemic, there are a lot more events to go and enjoy yourself. I went to see Tyler the Creator at the Rosendal Garden Party Festival. It was so lit. Like, I didn't know the Swedes could like party like that. It was so fun. I met new people. It was just great, and a lot of people here do speak English, so it was easy communicating and easy just, vibing and going with the flow. It was really fun here and just amazing to be around people who love the same music as you do. So I can definitely say I had an amazing time. You can watch the recap video I posted on my channel. And yeah, thank you for watching and seeing my first impressions here in Stockholm and 3 fun things that you can do. Hope you have a great day, and bye.